Hello everyone, this is Akal from US Talks, and today I wish to discuss a pretty tricky situation. It's a tough call on the indices today. This is the SPX weekly chart, and we see that the SPX is sitting on its support, this blue inclined line above, and it's sitting exactly on the support. What I wish to also convey is that it might give a bounce the next week before it then turns finally downwards. I'm near term bearish, but for the next week, I'm thinking it might give a bounce. Let me just explain why. Consider this first blue line here, which says number one. On the speaks on this day was the this was a lower weekly close. This was a higher weekly close, but the RSI and PPO, the two windows down below, RSI was lower. The price was higher and the RSI was lower. This is called a reverse bullish divergence. And the next we got 5 weeks of positivity after that. If we see this number 3 and number 4 red vertical lines, here also the price was slightly higher than the 3 line. Price was slightly higher on this line, but the RSI was below. So this is again a case of reverse bullish divergence, and we got about 10 11 weeks of sideways to slight up movement. And today also between 4 and 5 lines, we have a similar case of the price is higher low, it's making a higher low, and the RSI is down below the 4 lower. RSI is making a lower low, price is making a higher low, RSI making a lower low at this point also. So this says that it might give a pop or 1 week of gains. Nasdaq is not showing anything similar. It had showed a pop here on when price was slightly higher here and higher low. RSI was making a lower low, so it gave a pop and then went sideways for 3 weeks. And this week Nasdaq has made a doji, so which means there is some kind of an indecision in the market, and possibly both it will also go up if SPIX goes up. This is the Dow Jones Industrial, and here we see a very clean. The price is making a higher low between this red line and this today's price, and the RSI is much down. So this is also a reverse bullish divergence. And also checking Russell 2000 index, here also between this low and this is a higher low, RSI is much down. So in my opinion, there is a possibility that SPIX also being on the support will give us a pop or a 1 week's bounce before it finally turns down again. So it's a opportunity to get out of your longs, and I think you should take that opportunity. Thank you.